joint venture partner, discovering the win-win situation and how to move your name from the shadows to the spotlight. It's time to get your name out of the shadows and into the spotlight with the rest of them. And one of the great things about a joint venture partner is this is a win-win situation, not just for the joint venture partner, but for you also. Not just for you, but for also the joint venture partner. It just does not get any better than this. Now, when we start talking about joint venture partners, most people have a picture of what a joint venture partner should be in their head from the way that they were taught, and most people do not teach the whole picture. They just basically teach what we're going to be talking about here in the very first few slides. What is a joint venture partnership? Basically, it's a master sales force is what it can be. And this is what we're basically taught, is that it's a master sales force. It is one of the most powerful methods of driving traffic to your website to make sales, if it is done right. But a joint venture partnership is so much more than just having a master sales force. Joint ventures, or JVs, are one of the most powerful techniques you can employ to get your niche business up and running. So if you're having problems getting your niche business up and running, you better start thinking about getting joint venture partners. And not just to sell your product when it's complete. You need to get joint ventures from the planning stage all the way through. If they are done right, joint ventures can help you start making money faster than any other method you can use online. And the reason for this is because a lot of people struggle and they're trying to do it alone. And we hear things all the time. It's like, well, I just cannot do the technical stuff. If only I had somebody else to do it. Well, that only somebody else is called a joint venture. They can be used for so many different things, and it's powerful. And it will help you get up and running faster than any other method that's out there, because you now have somebody that is helping you do the work, helping you make sales. It's just such a powerful method all the way around. It's simple math. You can, and I want you to really think about this for a minute, because a lot of people get caught up on, I don't want to have to pay somebody else all the time. I don't want a partner to have to pay. But I want you to think about something it's really easy to figure out in my mind anyways. It's simple math. You make 100% of what you manage to sell. And I want you to think right now how much you've actually been managing to sell right now. You can have 100% of that if you want to continue to go the direction that you're at and continue to do it by yourself. Or you can have 50% of what a bunch of people can sell. Now just think about that. If you were to really go out and you got your product together, you had your $37 ebook or whatever, you went out and made 10 sales, let's say. You struggled and you finally made 10 sales. You're excited, you made some sales, you made $370, it's yours to keep. You don't have to split it with anybody. But what if you had just 2 or 3 joint venture partners who were promoting that product to their list, and instead of that 100 sales or that 10 sales, what if you made 100 sales and you gave away 50% of that? You still would have the income from 50 of those sales over top of 10. And they probably did it in a whole lot less time, within just a matter of a day or so, and on the day that you launched it or whatever. And that's just, you do the math. Which one do you prefer? To do it by yourself and make 100% of what you manage to sell, or 50% what a bunch of people can sell for you? A joint venture, and really get this part, a joint venture is a joint. And you notice I got capitalized, italicized, underlined, everything. It's a joint venture. That means that it's a partnership, that you guys are doing it together. Everybody is working toward a common goal. It's not just you doing all the work and then you paying JV partners and stuff. A joint venture is a true venture where everybody comes together and works toward the same common goal and gets amazing results. Also on that, you don't want to go into it thinking that your joint venture partner is going to be doing it all for you either. So because a lot of times that's not even going to be close to the case. Now, if you're not sure what a joint venture is, let me explain it. Here's how it works in a very simplistic form, and this is how we are taught to do joint ventures. A has a product which he wants to get to the market. So that's you. You have your product. You want to get it out to the market. B has a list which targets just the right market for A's product. So B is going to be your joint venture partner. They have a list. Maybe they have their products. Maybe they don't. If they got a list, my guess is they've got products. But they have a list. You have a product. A finds number B and sets up a joint venture with B. B promotes A's product to his list. A and B both share the profits from sales of the product. It's a win-win arrangement for both of them. Now, remember when we were talking about it there, just the last slide, you get 50% of what the joint venture arrangement makes or 100% of what you do yourself. So basically, you have your product. You're looking for somebody that's got a list which targets just the right market for your product. A lot of people get that part of it wrong also. I can't tell you how many offers I have gotten in an email and how many times I've heard other marketers say, talk about the emails that they've got where people will approach them that they sound like they got a really great product, but the problem of it is for that marketer to promote that, it's not going to work because it's not specifically targeted toward their list. Maybe it's closely related, but not specifically targeted. And a lot of the times it might be just a simple fact that that marketer doesn't really go that direction. Maybe they're really known for all they do is webinar. They've never done anything with a software product. Maybe their market would be great for that software product, but they're not known for promoting software products to their list. Their list knows them as maybe not the most technical person, don't really ever talk a lot about software, so that marketer is going to have a little bit harder time if you were to promote or approach him to say, hey, I got this great software product for you to promote to your list. Well, it might fit his target market, but it's not something that his list is going to accept from him because he's not known for that. So if he tells you, that I'm just not going to be able to promote that, not that it's not a good product or whatever, my list is just not going to accept this from me personally. That you got to take that in consideration too. So if somebody tells you no, that they're not going to be able to do that, they've usually got a good reason for it. So. All right, you can leverage resources. The magic word here is leverage. You've got to leverage your time and resources with fellow marketers to improve yourself and to maximize your success. If you're trying to do this all by yourself, you're going to find out very quickly that you have very limited time, and it seems like you're running out of time all of the time. Your bills are coming due and you're still not getting anything done. You're trying your hardest. Life keeps happening. You're just plain run out of time at the end of the day, and it seems like you never get any place. It doesn't seem like you have all the resources in place to be able to get this. Well, you've got fellow marketers out there that are willing to help if you approach them right. They're willing to help you. They've got the resources. They've got time. Maybe they've got a staff of people that can help, or whatever is set in place. You need to leverage this time. And the thing of it is that you've got skills that you can also use to leverage and stuff to be able to say, listen, I can do this for you if you can do this for me. And so you guys, that helps you to get things done faster and move things along quickly so that you can get those products out there, get them launched, and start making some real income online. And instead of struggling it all by yourself and getting nothing done and getting nowheres. Most marketers miss out on a huge chunk of available profits by not doing enough joint ventures. And it's just a plain, simple truth. If you do not do enough joint ventures, you're missing out on a lot of available profits that are sitting out there. Many people are going about this just leaving so much money on the table that is there to be made. And basically they end up saying, man, I'm just not able to do this. There's just no money. I'm just not seeing it. I don't know how everybody else does it, but I'm not able to do this. And you're right. You're not able to do this, but together with a team, with joint venture partners, you'll be able to get this done. And you're going to find out that there's a lot of profit out there to be made through joint venture partnerships.